doing? Come on in. Double tap that screen for a real hustler. Get your hustle on, nigga. I'm a mad hustler, man. I'm a mad hustler. How y'all doing? Push that like button. Push that like button for a real nigga. Yeah. How y'all doing? Yeah. It's about that time. Somebody should be coming in right about now. I ain't gonna waste my breath. Get this conversation started before anybody come in. I would like my audience to start to come in first. Have a seat. Push the like button. Double tap the screen if you don't know how to do it. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. It's a dark story. Y'all ready? How you doing? Thank you for coming in. The rules to my show is once you come in, leave a comment so I can acknowledge you, so I can know who it is in here. Say hi. Say I love you. Engage. If you participate, my live feeds, my live show will be the best show that you ever participated and watched. I say a lot of things. I talk about a lot of stuff. But when I talk, when I speak, I don't waste my breath talking about something that I don't know nothing about, I'm not knowledge of, I don't have no, common knowledge of. So it's like, everything that I speak about is truth. It might not be your truth, but it's truth. How you doing? Push that like button. I'm waiting on my co-star, Donald Trump. My co-star, this is the Trump and MrSnaggapuss Show. My co-star Donald Trump is on his way, and when he get here, my co-star, we gonna turn this motherfucker up. When my co-star come on the screen, everybody gonna start coming in. Why? Is my co-star famous than me, more famous than me? Like, I just don't understand. Like, why I can't start the show by myself? MrSnaggapuss, Trump is on his way. Push the like button. Don't nobody like you, Snag, okay? I'm just trying something different. I don't know if the YouTube gonna accept my title and let it get into the algorithm and let people come in and engage into the Trump and MrSnaggapuss Show. But I got something I want to talk about. Okay, that was one person, that was two people. They came in, they left. I know I'm being shadow banned. I'm being net neutralized right now. I'm being blocked. I'm being YouTube blocked. I believe that my page has been compromised. And they got people, robots, bots, just blocking my page out every time I go live. They just sitting there steady pushing block, steady pushing block. Block him out, block him out. Don't let nobody in. Don't let nobody in. There goes somebody trying to come in. Block them out. Block them out. They blocking them out. Because I'm supposed to be one of the most famous people on YouTube. I'm one of the original YouTubers. I started my YouTube channel in 2007. And I've been posting videos every day since 2007. And ain't none of my videos went viral yet. Somebody said, your 15 seconds of fame is coming, Snag. It's coming, just keep going. So I'm going again. Every time I go live, I'm trying again. Even if it's just a little snippet of something that I say inside of one of my videos, and somebody clip it, screenshot it, screen record it, and repost it, and it go viral. That's all I need. Once that Pandora box open for me, I'ma open up the box for you too. For everybody that support me and be on my team of production and promotion, it's gonna get paid. Everybody on my team, next year for Christmas, I'ma buy each one of them blue Christmas trees. And I'ma give them a turkey and a ham and some macaroni and cheese to go with it. Like, you know, you didn't notice, man, you know, people, them white folks, rich ass white folks be giving out all the damn meat for Christmas and holidays, but they don't never give them no sides to go with it. I'm gonna give them sides. I'm gonna give them some yams, some damn macaroni and cheese, real cheese, a whole block of government cheese. I'm gonna bless them. Like, I don't know about the rest of y'all, man, but I want to be successful for one reason. I just want to be able to become a philanthropist and bless people. That's all I want to do. I want my life to just turn out. I'm so financially blessed that I can just be a philanthropist and just go around blessing people every day. Like blessing people every Christmas, people waiting on Snag to see what I'm a philanthropist. I'm a philanthropize to them. I'm gonna be philanthropy. I'm gonna be a philanthropist. I want to be a philanthropist. I want to be philanthropist. You know, don't nobody wanna. Come on in, acknowledge me, sit down and talk with me, help me build an audience, help me build a soup kitchen, help me build a homeless shelter, help me build a sober living community that people can come to and get a second chance at life. And we can build them some houses, we can rebuild their lives, show them how to get established. Like, most people's biggest problem of establishment is that they don't even have an ID. And without an ID, you can't even start the process. I know people that don't even have an ID. Nevertheless, anything else that's supposed to, if you don't have an ID, you ain't gonna have nothing else to go along that you're supposed to have. Can anybody just come in and talk to me right now? Like, this is the Trump Show. I'm waiting on Trump to come in. I'm waiting on somebody to ask me a question about Trump or something. Like, we got to do something. Like, okay. So my first mind is telling me I'm wasting my energy right now. I got 7 minutes before another client comes, and I'm going to have to stop doing what I'm doing right now and give this energy to somebody else that's willing to pay me for my time. And I'm just here trying to give y'all a few minutes of love, some inspiration, some motivation. You know what I mean? To know that everything that you going through in life right now is just a phase, man. It's just a chapter. It's just a page in your story. And by the end of the day, that page is going to be fulfilled and full. And tomorrow you'll be turning another page in life, man. Like, it's so hard to fucking say things that's positive, to move people, to help people. When people are frustrated and living in misery, have you ever heard the saying, misery love company? They can't hear you. They can't hear you if they wanted to, because they so frustrated with life that they ears is popping to positivity, to motivation. They ain't trying to hear none of that shit. They like, man, you keep talking about, man, all I gotta do is keep holding on, man, and keep moving forward. What kind of shit is that, man? Like, that don't mean nothing. That don't make sense to me, because you don't understand. How you doing? Push that like button. I'm really trying to be a blessing, not a lesson in nobody's life. I learned a long time ago that life is what we perceive it. And whatever your perception is, that's the way you're gonna see things in life. And perception comes with understanding. And if you understand something, then you know it. And they say knowledge is power, because if you have knowledge, that means you know something. And you're not leaning on faith on something that you don't understand. How you doing? Push that like button. Don't nobody like you, Snag, and I don't know why. When I can be one of the greatest blessings that the world could receive, man. Like, I done seen so much fucked up shit. I done been through so much fucked up shit. You know what I mean? That I really be, every day I just try to break my brain cells to come up with positive, better ideas to help myself and help others. You know what I mean? Because you can't help nobody else unless you can help yourself. And that's the sad part. The struggle's so hard right now, just trying to help yourself, that you can't have time, you don't have time to focus on others, because you said you trying to focus on your own survival. Like, you know what I mean? In reality, that's what I'm really going through. You know? I'm at a point right now in my life, because of all the things that I got going on, I got going for myself. I know I'm gonna be all right in the long run. All I gotta do is have patience. Every day, my patience grows stronger and stronger. And every day, God reveals to me the power of my patience. How you doing? Push that like button. And as we get older, man, we don't realize that it's wise for us to slow down, man. Like, slow all the way down. Slow down, bro. Slow your thinking down. Slow your talking down. Slow your life down, man. Time is a thought. It's all mental. There's no such thing as time, dog. We here to live, to bless others, to teach others. If you learn something, you're supposed to pass it on. You're supposed to teach that to somebody else. Because if you learn it, somebody else can learn it. And learning something new is a beautiful thing. How you doing? Push that like button. How you doing? I just wish that one day I say the right words that can make my platform shoot through the roof. You know what I mean? And when I get that momentum behind me and I get those people behind me, working with me, working for me, I'm gonna be an example that no other celebrity or comedian or actor has ever done. Like, we gotta lead by example, man. You know, and that's what I do. And when I do stuff, I make other people that should have been doing something, you know, feel bad. Because, you know, it is what it is. Like, talk about doing it, but all you gotta do is do it. Now push that like button. You know anything about that? Do you understand what life is about? Do you understand what this system we living in? You understand this system that we live in America? It wasn't built for you and I. It wasn't built for me. The reason why I know it wasn't built for me, because none of it work for me now. Man, I survived with common sense, man. I make it in ways, if I shared my life, how I made it, you know, I know my life is totally different from the average person that live in America, man. I live in the uncertain. I don't know what to expect. I don't even plan to expect anything. I just live, you know. I don't think about time, because I know time don't mean nothing. Time is just a thought, a psychological thought, a word, four-letter word that they made up to psychologically distract human beings from being productive in life, from being creative in life. You're always looking back, thinking about the time. And when you start thinking about the time, you start to age, because you are Time is ticking and you getting older if you let your mind think about time. But what is time? It's a words of matter that don't matter. A second and a tick that don't clock. A tick and a talk that don't mean shit. How you doing? Push that like button for a real nigga that been through some shit. Yeah. Oh, man. You know, I feel so sorry for you if you can't smoke weed in your life and just release all the stress that life throw at us. Like, you know how many bricks I carry on my shoulder as a black man? A black man, a business owner, a homeowner, multiple car owner. Like, I own a lot of multiple things. I'm a barber. I own a barber shop, and I own a whole bunch of multiple barber chairs, and I ain't got no barbers working in none of them. And you know, it's sad because I'm not trying to make people be employees. I'm trying to teach people. I'm trying to allow people to be, you know, independent. When I say independent, it's like I have a company. And if you can respect that I have a company and be willing to work with my company, I promise you, I'm gonna allow you to make more money than you ever made in your life. It's like this. I wanna just build barbers up to top goal to make $5,000 a week, right? And out of that $5,000 a week that they make, I'm only gonna take $500 and they can have the rest. You know what I mean? That's all I want. $500 and you make 45. Every barbershop around here, in so many words, if they barbers push that like button. Don't nobody like you, Snag. I love everybody that love me. I got some white people I got love for. I got Mexicans I got love for. I got black people I got love for. And the people that I got love for, all of them will tell you, whenever we depart or walk away from each other, I tell them I love them. I'm like, all right, bro, I love you, man. Like, if you really love somebody, you're gonna tell them you love them. You know what I mean? And when you tell them you love them, you letting them know that they hold a certain position in your life. That's real. Like, and there's a lot of people, total strangers, that you would encounter in life that will gain love or earn love from you. You know what I mean? I think, you know, in life, man, we gonna have love for more people that's total strangers than we will for family members. Because I really got more love for total strangers than I do some of my own family members. And love is earned, man. You don't get love just by being just by speaking, nigga. You gotta earn love. You gotta earn that position. And it happens in time, over time. As you get to dealing with people, you get to, you know, and they heart, they spirit defines the man. Like, I don't care what a person says. Their actions speak louder than words. It's what they do to me, man. Like, it's how, you know, they are. You know what I mean? Push that like button. What up, What's the meaning of your name? The meaning of my name comes from my father. And I tell everybody that. I tell the story that my father is a Jamaican singer named MrSnaggapuss. Back in the days, some high schools, like my mama went to a high school in Hollywood, and they went to Jamaica for their high school graduation trip. And they went to go see Bob Marley. They went to a Bob Marley concert. And my father was a musician that played with Bob. And they tried to go backstage to meet Bob, but my mama didn't make it to Bob. She got shortstop by Snag. And my father got put out the damn group, out the music group. He got fired from working with Bob Marley. And he tried to go an independent artist by himself. He had one hit. It was called Woody Woodpecker. It was called Woody Woodpecker. Say you really want a Woody Woodpecker. Say you really, really want a woodpecker. Like, yeah, real woodpecker, Jamaican song. You know, he was talking about putting that dick on him. Like, but that song it wasn't a hit. It didn't go nowhere. I think he sold like about 30 copies. And that was bad, man. And that just, you know, my father he went into a deep depression after that. He ran off into the Jamaican mountains and shit. Started eating herbs and making drinks and juices and shit. Like, how you doing? Tickle Woods. Okay, that's all I need. You see how y'all made me feel just a little better? Just by a couple people. I see some common names. The rules is just come in, leave a comment, acknowledge yourself, you know. Say something. Well, your name can pop across the screen and engage, ask a question. Like, just don't say nothing about hamburger help. And don't talk stupid and crazy to me. Those type of things kind of distract me and bring the old me out. Like, they kind of wake up my beast. And I try to tell people, man, you know, y'all, there's a lot of people in the world lucky right now because I allow my beast to go to sleep. It's in my stomach. It's sleep. And I learned how to control it. I learned how to keep the environment quiet and keep my beast asleep. But don't get it twisted, nigga. Nigga, that bitch will wake up and I go from 0 to 50, 0 to 100 in 10 seconds, 0.2 seconds on a nigga ass. Like, and that's the most scariest part for me because I don't wanna be that nigga to crash out and lose everything after I done worked so hard to build what I done built up.
Other artists that night included Marissa Tomei, who was just part of our performance 20 years later at the Town Hall.
That time, y'all. Now I'm gonna go into real world, my real life world. What I do in real life. See, a lot of comedians, they move to Hollywood, you know, trying to step out, living their dreams. But they don't have no career, no day job. Like, niggas be homeless sitting on the side of the road begging for change during the day. That's why people start to feel sorry for them and help them and shit. You know what I mean? What's that like, but?
You don't answer your phone.
My phone is messed up, Miss June.
Is it?
Yeah.
You gotta really do something special for this.
For Christmas. I'm gonna go to the archive. I got you. You got compliments on the last one?
Oh, but tomorrow I'm going to have them. I'm a diet later on the day if he needs to be dyed. And tomorrow I'm going to have this called curls and
the reason why your hair is so brittle is because of the color. That's why it's done got so stiff over time. You know what I mean? And your hair it had a softer texture, a real curlier texture, but over time, that color, like I said, it damaged it. It made it brittle, it made it real straight. You know what I mean? Even if the only thing you have is the new growth, and that brings it down to the point of curl. But for the most part, I'm gonna tell you, you can save your money. You don't really have to. You did. Yeah, I'm telling you, you just get that activator.
That don't do nothing. It makes
You-
it hard
you-
and it doesn't curl up.
It isn't giving you the curl that you want.
No.
Well, like I said, I recommend you do a cellophane or just do a natural curl. Curl it, with chemical, not with heat. You know what I mean? And that cellophane will curl it down. You know what I mean?
You have a cellophane here?
No, I have to order it. I have to. It's a Jerry curl. It's a Jerry curl. And it takes about 2 hours to process it. But it'll lock it. It'll lock the curl in. And that one thing about that Lester, it's designed to curl over color. So it will curl it. You know what I mean?
How does it look? Is it still black everywhere?
All the way down. In the back, you gotta know when I cut it down between the braid is always the new growth. So when I cut that and shave that part and blend it down, you always just gotta come back and put a little brush, put the brush over that to get the growth. You know what I mean? You do that,
You leave this alone.
yeah, you good. It's proper track all the way to the end. You just covered it. It just popped out a little bit around your edges, and that's only because that's the neutral. You know what I mean? You can put it on top, the color will stick to the top, but then it'll also, just like you say, those braids are stubborn. So it'll look like it stuck at first, and then slide. That color slide right off. And that's because around your edges, like you say, you really have to put that Vaseline on the skin and don't get it on the hair. If you get it on the hair, then that color won't be able to penetrate like the petroleum colors the powder. You know what I mean? That petroleum is like grease on top of the hair, and the color will be on top of the grease, and it can't work. It won't penetrate the hair because that grease is on top of it.
But otherwise, I color my skin sometimes.
But that's what you have to do. You have to really make sure you get it on the skin and not on, because the edges, remember, the edges is gray. So you don't want to get it on the edges here. So it takes inside. But right around those edges, you're not getting a good color because the Vaseline is getting on the hair before you get it. So say for instance, like I say, always hold your hair back like this and just put the Vaseline and just feel it on your skin. You don't never want to go all the way back and put it on the hair like that. You know what I mean? You want to just put it on your skin. So the best thing to do is take your comb, just take a comb and do this and put it on your skin. And you see the hair, just put it right there on your skin. You know what I mean? And that comb will guide it where it won't get on your hair. But use a comb to place the on your skin. And make sure you get it on your skin real good. You know what I mean? Not just a little bit, just put it on your skin real good. And then you put that brush on it, if you use it like a toothbrush, you want to brush it. That's the way you want to put that color. You want to brush it going up, even around the side. You want to make sure you brush that it to the corner. You know what I mean? But if you push it down, the color can just slide in the top of the hair instead of getting penetrated. When you start to brush it up, it actually mixes it and it pushes it out there.
Let's find that spot of conviction. Let's find it in ourselves. That action. Let's spread this. And let's have that uncomfortable dialogue. If the main reason sitting down saying, well, why are you upset? If the main reason sitting down going
I
now.
told you my husband's buying a Porsche 914.
Did he buy it?
He's going down to get it.
He gonna come back home. He gonna come back home and say, you know what? He gonna hit him with the overall price. They gonna hit him with that overall price. They tell you, they make it look real good when you online thinking you finna, oh, this is what.
Well, he's been out there a couple of times.
You did?
He negotiated, yeah. So, I guess that's what we're driving down to his sister's house on Christmas and more. Because, of course, he's got to show it off.
Remember in your heart, if you are
And you know what you do? You put on your best dress and your heels, and you take them pictures.
I ain't wearing no heels with these
you take
jeans.
you take you some pictures in that brand new Porsche, and you own it like it's yours too in the pictures. Like, look what we got.
Do you realize Chuck can drive my car? I can't drive his
You ain't
truck.
got to. You can
Wait
take
a
pictures.
minute.
You can take
I
pictures
know,
in front of
but
it,
do you
and,
see how
and you can
double
tell the
standard-
world
do
that
you-
this is ours.
but
His
do
is yours.
But do you see how double standard? He can drive my car, but I can't drive his truck. And you know good and well I ain't gonna be able to drive his Porsche.
Well, that's okay. As a woman, if I was a woman, I wouldn't want to drive. I want to be a passenger on a brand new in a Porsche anyway. That's where a woman's supposed to be sitting at. Let that nigga drive. No, let him drive. You don't want to drive. That's a sports car. You want to look good on the passenger side. Put your best heels on. Get right, bitch. Take pictures, man. Tell you. You gonna get that Porsche? You might have about a couple weeks.
No, he'll have it about a year.
If he get to drive that Porsche up and down that dirt road, a couple days in, he gonna be like, cause when you buy a new car, you have so many days to consider the contract. They'll let you reconsider. You can buy it and say, oh, I thought this was what I wanted. Once you got it, no, take the money. He got like 2 weeks to make a final decision. And right now, if he get it today, 2 weeks from now, he done showed it off and had fun with it for New Year's. and then I took it right back to it. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm telling you, dude, that's a sports car. That's gonna make insurance go up and everything. The price of tea is trying to go straight up. He ain't gonna pay that.
Even if it means he has to work double.
He gonna show, get ready to be some more longer nights at work.
Oh, believe me, I'm used to him not doing that.
Don't worry about that. That's too much. I wouldn't trip. I would put my best fit on, take all the selfies in front of it. Look what the Lord blessed us with for Christmas. Boy, I'm telling you.
Lord ain't had nothing to do.
The Lord did have it. They pulled up in your driveway, did you?
No, but the
God put it there.
Lord don't look at material things. He's looking at the heart.
I didn't say he looking at it. God blessed y'all to get it.
He blessed him.
No, y'all are one. That's your
I
husband.
know, I can't. Chuck ain't gonna.
Under
take me-
God's law,
Look,
in God's eye, y'all are one.
Chuck
What's
don't
his
think
is
that.
yours.
No.
You don't let him think how he want to think. And you can think how you want to think. But it's the truth. If it's sitting in your driveway in front of your house, that's yours too.
I can never drive.
You don't have to never drive it. I wouldn't even want to drive it. Because if you wreck it, anything happen to it, he gonna blame it on you. Let him be the one to do it. He don't want to done wreck the last. He don't want to done wreck the last 2 cars. So he can have an accident just like you can. So don't be the one to let him blame that to be on you. Let him drive it. Let him have it. He wanted it. Let him have it, and let him drive it. But for to be a Porsche, a 911, or 20,000 down. I seen that new Porsche. There's a couple people got some around here. I don't know. And it, to me, honestly, it's not that. It's not as fancy as people, appear to be. It's not. It's not a. It's not a Lamborghini. It's not. It's. I think, honestly, opinion, I think that the Corvette looks better than that Porsche.
Well, you do want the best for the long.
But he would have. That would have been a better buy for him. Honestly, I don't see nothing in that Porsche. I wouldn't have bought it. You know what I mean? I rent it. Three-way drive it, but I wouldn't want to buy it. It don't look that. It don't look that enticing. You know what I mean? I don't know what makes me like it, but I wouldn't have bought it. But like I told my mom, and this is what happened before my mom had to die. She went and bought a brand new Suburban. My mama's mom, and he bought it. Thank you. And my mama said, "Oh, this truck is really good. You know I can't ride it." I didn't buy it for you to drive. My mama did not say
Is that
nothing.
a man thing?
It is. It is. Let him have it moment. It's a moment. When
You
I
got
say
too many moments.
no, when I say this is what the moment. This was the moment that came with my phone.
Huh?
This is what happened with my mama. When he passed away, less than 3 months after he bought the truck, she took it back down to the dealership, traded it in. She got two cars. She got a truck car and a little SUV, a Cadillac CTS, a CT4, and a little Cadillac XTX4 or something, a SUV, and a car, sedan, and got like $30,000 on it. She got a smaller little SUV that she can drive a little bit, and it's not that small, but it's cool. Like I said, it's meant to be. Like I said, but I would enjoy the moment. What's his is yours, and if y'all was blessed, I'm gonna tell you like this: when people see that, and that's why you say he always kind of impresses his brother and them. When people see that, the only people that desire a brand new car or impressed with a new car is people who can't afford it. The only people who's impressed with a brand new car. Like, go overexcited. Oh, wow, you do this. And it gives them that ego trip that they the man, they got more money than all of them. You know what I mean? But in reality, that's the only people you impress. People with money, no. They want some other stuff. You know what I mean? They ain't thinking about nothing like that. They don't care about no Porsche. Ain't a Porsche that ever been made. It's still praised to this day.
I can't wait to drive it down to his sister's on Christmas.
Ain't no Porsche that ever been made. It's still praised today. That is not a Rolls Royce. They ain't never sold a Porsche for $1 million. Or older ones, like back in the day, like they doing these Mercedes and Rolls Royce. You know what I mean? Important cars they work with. But it's a how do you say, because of his era, that was he from that James Bond era, with Porsches and them foreign Austin, them cars they meant something to them men. You know what I mean? They thought they really had something different that no other man had. And so they was into that, and cars is boy toys. Y'all don't understand. That's why we go crazy. They want to buy them all the time. They buy new cars, they buy it all the time because they, in their mind, that's a hobby. That's, and most men, they want cars that they can't afford, or want cars, Lamborghinis and stuff that they've seen all their life. And if they ever get a little money or get a little credit to get it, get themselves stuck in that debt, and
Well, all I think is that it's a lack of self-worth. I think he feels like that makes him a man.
it makes them feel valued as a man.
Yeah, it makes him feel valued.
No, that's psychologically, that's what it does. Like, if I had $1 million, I wouldn't go buy a Rolls Royce or a nice Mercedes. I would go get a old school Chevy, put like $50,000-$60,000 into it. But in people in our generation, they would be more impressed with that old school than they would with that brand new car. Because that old school probably was their dream car when they was younger too. You know what I mean? And still to those days, those old cars, they sell it for like the 64 Impala. A 64 Impala selling for like $75,000. And you remember back in the day, brand new, they was like $2,500. You know what I mean? Like brand new, that's what they sold it for. Brand new on the lot, they was $2,500. But now, them cars is worth $75,000 or $100,000. And I'd rather have one of those than to be riding around in a Rolls Royce. Well, you know what I mean? A car that's gonna cost you $100,000 in maintenance to just to get it fixed. You know what I mean? You know, so that's a lot of people. You know, they're so stuck on materialistic, being
My husband is very materialistic.
I think there's tremendous anger.
And the reason why they like that because they see all these other people do the same thing, and because they are praised or by other people for having that type of stuff, they feel like the only way that they can get that type of praise is to have it too. You know what I mean? And to be the first one to have it is impressive. You know what I mean? And that's what men do. The same thing. Like if you look at the concept like this, women dress for wedding, men dress for love. Prime example: y'all get dressed on a good night and go out. Every woman you come in contact with can compliment you on your body. Okay, you look good. Same thing vice versa for men. If you walk by a brother and his suit is more clean, man, you look handsome, bro. Like, and that more, how do you say, in the mental mentality of men, the coldest man dressed in the room is the baddest man. And I don't care how cold we think we look in the mirror when we walk up in the mirror, we'll get in that room and see another nigga in there colder than us, and we're like, oh man, I gotta go back to the mirror again. Like, and this is the, how do you say, the competition of women and men ever since the test of time of life. You know what I mean? Everybody's trying to, try to look better than everybody else. Everybody, and that's that circulation of competition, that circulation of division. And a lot of people, black people, do.
When we go down to his sisters, I'm going to say, tell Chuck, I said, Chuck, please read something from the Bible. Because it's never, on Christmas, they never talk about scriptures, always about eating and giving gifts. That's not what Christmas is about.
Don't they be playing music? Don't they be playing their little band? Don't their brothers be playing music?
No.
They don't play?
And nothing is really talked about Christ. They never open up God's word and talk about Christ. It's all about eating and family.
It throws millions of New Yorkers off of their health care. It steals SNAP benefits from so many hungry New Yorkers. And it does all of this in the interest of the largest wealth transfer that we've seen in this country. And to do those things while speaking about the cost of living crisis, it is truly a betrayal.
Boy, I sure wish you could curl hair.
Of our campaign. Because unlike him, we don't just diagnose the crisis, we will deliver on it. We will actually ensure that we have New Yorkers who can afford the city that they call home, that we freeze the rent for more than 2 million New Yorkers, we make buses fast and free, which are currently the slowest ones in the nation, and we deliver universal childcare. And that's what Donald Trump is afraid of, the stark contrast between our delivery of those things and what he has done as a president of this country. New Yorkers are facing twin crises: authoritarianism from Washington, D.C., and affordability crisis from the inside. And we often tend to separate these out. We think about democracy as an ideal that must be protected, but not that democracy also has to be able to deliver on the material needs of working people. And it was Cyril LaGuardia that said you cannot preach liberty to a starving land. You have to be able to deliver on both fronts.
Today's holiday special, we're continuing to look at the rise of New York mayor-elect McDonald. Just prior to the November election, Democracy Now! Graduate Thomas filed this report looking at a crucial, often overlooked portion of Mondale's faith, working-class capitalism.
Have you had any hits before me?
Oh yeah, I did 4 people already.
Oh, good.
I told you I had somebody right before you. He wasn't there, but he already, he cut it over here. He bought it, but I did a beard and
We're
stuff.
getting ready to canvass for Zoran Mondale.
So half of the list para a very
We split up into groups and I followed them as they knocked on dozens of doors, armed with colorful flyers about the country and Lombardi and Uzi and dozens of Zoran pins. We explained why Mondale is the best candidate and reminded them that early voting time and the future.
My girlfriend called me, she said that, she was, a girlfriend of hers knows Dorothy, and she read where she was so glad that I didn't show up for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but you supposed to own this game.
Huh?
That's gonna be your porch too.
That's gonna be my what?
That's gonna be your porch too. It's gonna be your porch and all your pictures. If you learn how to use this file, this could be reverse psychology. And he would take it back. And you kick it back to him when he wanted it. But you like it more than he do.
What? Take the picture of his car?
Enjoy it. Love it.
He ain't gonna drive me
Top
in it.
note. Why not? Y'all gotta go to the Christmas party.
Yeah, that maybe he'll do it,
I'm
but
telling you,
otherwise he won't.
it doesn't matter. In the moment, even when he comes back, compliment him. Compliment him, and it's nice. This is nice. And like I said, own it. It's yours too. I would take tonight to go get dressed. I would get out in front of it and take me a selfie, take some pictures, post it on your Facebook page. Look what the Lord blessed us with the Christmas. And it's a blessing. Watch how many likes you get. Watch how many people. Like I said, it's yours too. If you own it more than he do, he ain't gonna even want it. He already, the only reason why he want it, because you don't even care about it. Think about it. My grandmother, her psychology is real. But I would still own it because it's yours too. And you know how good that'll make your Facebook page look? How blessing your life is?
I don't have a Facebook.
No. I do Facebook and do me some spiritual inspiration. Make sure you can get paid just by being on Facebook. You ain't gotta try. That's what happened to the people that's famous on Facebook. They just went live and started talking, and like-minded people started agreeing, and they ended up having a conversation with total strangers talking about you, positive, God, everything. And you get paid for your likeness. And you is too beautiful. I tell out there, get on there. And just start talking, you'd be surprised of the type of, how do you say, audience that would engage with you and on like-minded conversation. You do something good. And you blessing people. You do have a special character. Your spirit, the way you are as a person, you really bless people. So you really don't understand the power of some of those social media Boom. See it now. You famous already. You ain't trying. You ain't got to. God got a blessing for you.
All I know, he has a hole in his heart, and he's trying to fill it with stuff and things that is never filled.
There's a lot of people that's incomplete with life. You know what I mean? And the reason why they incomplete is because they
And it was funny because
they haven't found their purpose. You know?
yeah, it was funny because his twin said, because I told him that, oh, Chuck talked about, I can't wait till I get my bed. I can't wait till I said, I wish he would just be content with what he's got. He said, content? Are you content with getting your nails and hair done? I said, yeah, I pay for it. He says, are you content with your house and your car? I said, yes, I am. He said, are you content with your dirt road? I said, I got to live with that. He said, I told you wasn't content. I don't know why he's still married to you.
That nigga crazy.
They all crazy.
Who is their daddy? You need to check their family treatments, Joe.
Their daddy wasn't in their life at all.
Yeah, that's why he crazy. He was crazy too.
He was.
You know what it is. Like you can't do that but laugh.
And then when I finally broke down some weeks later and told Chuck what happened, Chuck said, oh, I already heard about it. He said, but it didn't happen the way you said it did.
So he done automatically took his brother's side.
Took his brother's side. It wasn't until one day his brother came over to have Bible study in our house. And before we had Bible study, he said, I need to make an announcement. And he says, it's to you, Julie. He said in front of his sister, his kids, and Chuck and everybody else. He says, Julie, forgive me for what I said. I said it out of anger. Will you forgive me? I said, forgive him.
And that was his conscience eating him up.
Yeah, but see, Chuck's conscience don't eat him up at all.
He don't eat it up with you, cause y'all are, see, you know what, it's 3 levels to marriage, and y'all at that top level. You see, in the beginning, it's intimate, in the middle, it's semi-intimate, and then at the end, it's hallway intimate.
It's not intimate at all.
What I'm saying is that, like, we say the word intimate, I mean, it's like, okay, in the beginning, it's good sex, in the middle, it's barely sex, and at the end, it's hallway sex.
It's no sex.
Yeah, no, hallway sex is every time y'all cross each other in the hallway, fuck you too.
I never even think.
But that's what y'all have. Y'all
I
having hallway sex now. Like.
I learned to do without.
I know, but that's what y'all having. It's the old, that's what they say. The downside, the old marriage, it's always sex at the end. That's how y'all see each other. F you too. I ain't say you.
That word don't even.
No, I'm not saying y'all say those words,
But it
that's
don't
what
even.
in
It
so many
doesn't
ways.
know. It doesn't even enter my mind. It's like I got to put up.
I know, but that in so many ways, his actions is like that.
Well, maybe.
Even yours is not, but and you know, it's just sometimes, you know, some old men are old and senile, and they, you know, they don't realize that their words carry weight. You know what I mean? I tell you what, this is something that a lot of young women do too. Their words break them down and carry more weight when it gets inside. They say the triggering words to the man in their face that would make them feel less than that. You know what I mean? Like I said, they would tell them, oh, bitch ass nigga, you ain't shit. You sorry than your daddy and your mama put together. I know you ain't never said those words, but the younger women in the generation, that's the way they, how do you say, respond in an argument against a man. And it's a psychological, how do you say, you know how when you see people talk about each other, trying to down and bad each other.
I never did that.
But
with Chuck, I noticed he wasn't coming to bed. So for weeks he wasn't coming to bed. And finally I went into his office. I said, how come it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, how come you're not coming to bed? He said, I'm not sleeping. So the next couple of days I looked in his office. It wasn't that he wasn't sleeping. He was sleeping in his chair in his office.
He would fall asleep in the chair.
Yeah. So I told him the next day, I said, I went to his office. I said, I think I know why you're not coming to bed. He said, why? I said, you're trying to avoid me in bed. That's when he said, who would want to sleep with you in bed? And then I went into his office and found those pills. And I took it into it in the bathroom where he was. I said, why are you taking these pills? He says, I have an over-enlarged prostate. And I said, so when were you going to tell me? He couldn't say no because he hadn't planned to. I noticed too, the last time we had it, he wasn't getting hard at all. I don't care what I
It's the
do.
prostate.
It's the prostate.
It's the prostate. But at the same time, men, how do you say, because they so embarrassed of what they not no more.
I don't care. You know what the thing about it?
But you still, it's the same thing with a woman. You know what I mean? When a woman loses insecurity in her body, women don't show it no more. You know what I mean? Even to their own husband. Like they feel that's just the way they are. You know what I mean? But in his mind, that's something that's like, when a man loses mojo, it's like
I don't care.
it's one of the most psychological,
listen,
devastating things that can happen.
I understand we're both getting out. I don't need it like that. But to hug me and to kiss me and stuff like
Y'all over the place.
That is transformative, that does believe that cities and society can be shaped differently and function in ways that actually
weren't you living, weren't you coming to my house to cut my hair and Shannon was living there?
Yeah. Yeah, right before she moved. When she moved to LA. I'm gonna to the house a couple times during the COVID.
one of the girls that does my hair up here, she says that I have to let my hair grow out to get a curly perm at the top so it can grab on to the roller.
You do small rollers, that's what you're supposed to be trying to create, define curls. If you wanna define curls, you gotta do small rollers.
Yeah, but she said my hair has to grab onto it, so I need to let the top grow out. So what are you doing for Christmas?
Nothing right now. I'm trying to see. I'm getting ready to go see DJ. I'm gonna go out there and take my presents. His mom's pregnant, so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's gonna get better. And she been trying to hide it from me.
How old is she?
32.
Well, I guess she's still in the child
Oh yeah, she's good. I'm next up start over that, that far, but you could be 13.
Does she work?
Yeah, she is.
Oh, that's good. So why couldn't you guys together?
She got me. I knew that.
What was you doing?
Nothing. Like,
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
nothing. I was pursuing comedy. She I went around and doing entertainment. She was saying,
And you wasn't fooling around.
no, comedy show, like, I might get booked on a comedy show and the show start at 8 o'clock. I might not get on stage till 11:25. I don't know if I'm gonna be the first one to go on stage or the last one to go on stage. But I can't leave the show until it's over with to get paid. So, entertainers come home at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. If they was doing something, they wouldn't come home at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't understand people mental reality or what they be thinking and going through. They got nothing to do with me. But if they can't take your word that you did purpose, you lost. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And come to find out, the same one that always accused is the one that didn't come. So all along, she had already been she had her mind, she was already in a relationship with somebody else, and I ain't knowing about it. I was sitting there. I take over the rest of the guys, and I'm not the one coming. And because my relationship was too started with you, I didn't fight for it. I'm moving on. I did what I was talking to you. Move on. I wouldn't just like no kids. Start all over again. That's just what I've always been taught to do. So, the man don't get a woman the reaction that she thinks she's gonna get. And she was the one to do it. Do something. I think I just, with my arrogance, I was more, I'm more arrogant about it. You can't beat me. If I wanted to be, how do you say, a nigga, I could have been a nigga any day. You can't beat me,
Don't
really.
touch too much
I'm not.
and then use the club out.